Right back in 2002, Ford bosses wanted something to appeal to the hot hatch market. What it did was take the highly praised Focus, but pump it up a bit. But before we start, to truly understand the ST170, we must see when it started. This was the first ever hot Focus. In the following years, Ford has continued to develop the ST and RS lineups, creating a legacy rivaling those of the GTIs and Type-Rs. One of the hottest versions was the 2010 RS 500, producing more than twice the amount of power of our car. In 2012, Ford released the latest version, returning to the 4-cylinder format. This one in estate guise looks understated and humble, but people in the know will be able to tell it apart from the standard car by the more aggressive body kit, the 17-inch multi-spoke alloys and the classic fast Ford blue paint.
The inside of the ST is equally subtle, but if you look closely there are a few signs that perhaps this Focus is in some way special.
The Recaro seats are heavily bolstered, holding you in place around corners. Aluminium pedals, extra dials and a more sporty steering wheel all give a sporty feeling.
As this is obviously based on a standard Focus, interior space is pretty good both in the front and in the back. The cabin can only be called basic, but then again this is a hatchback first launched in the late 90s, so what can you expect? It does the job fine.
The advantage of this being an estate is that there's a healthy amount of boot space, 520 litres to be exact, and the seats can be folded down. Ford decided to hand their 2-litre to Cosworth. What Cosworth did to the Duratec engine was add a high-flow cylinder head, a variable valve timing dual-stage intake manifold, and a house-built exhaust system and manifold. The handling is what really makes it. The chassis balance is that of legendary status, thanks to perfect 50-50 weight distribution. The close ratio steering rack means precision and feel. The lowered and stiffened Levermat suspension translates into minimum body roll and more control. The upgraded 300mm brake discs ensure impressive stopping power, and the slick, short-throw 6-speed manual further reinforces the 170's sporty credentials. The ST170 doesn't look like much from a fact sheet. In fact, its figures do it a somewhat injustice. But this car wasn't built for straight line pace. This car was built for handling, and handling is surely the quality that all hot hatches should